Good evening, good morning for all of you who are joining us for this week 4. You have completed the 3rd week of yoga practice. Yogic practices, very often we think it's only asanas. Some people include pranayama. Here we are taking you all the way through all the phases of Ashtanga Yoga of Patanjali, from the asanas, pranayama, into meditation. So last week we heard Dr. Shri Kumarji about the concept of stress and where stress works on us and how is stressing. And we are going to look today at how yoga can help us. So to change a little bit the way we go around with these sessions, live sessions, we would like you to start on your mat today. Are you ready to start with some asana practices? So please settle on your mat comfortably. And Suchi is going to join us to demonstrate the new flow that you will be practicing this week. So sit comfortably in a cross-legged posture. And if you need to keep a little cushion under your seat, feel free to do so. Close your eyes and take the time to feel completely here and now, seated on your mat for this asana practice. Be aware of your body seated with crossed legs, shoulders relaxed, back straight, chin parallel to the floor, and have a gentle smile on your face. Observe your breathing, normal breathing. And tell yourself that you're here just for yourself to enjoy this practice. Remember, the practice is only to stretch and to move gently all the parts of your body. Enter with this idea that this class is going to be very comfortable and not strenuous. Bring your hands at the heart center in Namaskar Mudra. Inhale through the nose, deep inhalation. Exhale, bring the chin to your chest. And slowly open your eyes. Last time, we started with Nadi Shuddhi, the alternate nostril breathing. We're going to do the same exercise you've been practicing the whole week. This time, we will do a double count. We will inhale over 4 counts and exhale over 8 counts. So I hope you feel comfortable. This has more effect than just a single, free count or the equal number of counts. So be ready with your left hand on your left knee and your right hand. You have to bend the index finger and the middle finger. We will use the thumb and the ring finger to block the nose, the nostrils, the right with the thumb, the left with the ring finger. We start blocking the right gently without pressure, and we inhale over 4 counts. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Block the left with the ring finger, open right, exhale on 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't move the finger. Inhale here, 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Block the thumb, open left, exhale on 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale on the left, 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release the hand, both hands on your knees. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale slowly. And observe the effect of Nadi Shuddhi, the alternate nostril breathing in the rhythm 1:2. This exercise has a deeper effect on stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system, the one that allows to counterbalance the stress reaction. It is very efficient to bring calmness. And once you have mastered how to do it, try to do it with your eyes closed, as slow as possible. Gently open your eyes and let us start with a few seated postures. So we will start with Janu Shirshasana. It's a forward bend. We will do a few forward bend today. So extend your right leg forward. Keep your left leg bent. Now turn yourself slightly towards the extended leg. Okay, with a little twist. Inhale, take both your hands up over your head. And as you exhale, bend forward. Now make sure you are not going to strain yourself. Keep your back as straight as possible. When you feel there is already, some tension in the back of your leg, just stay here. And you can bring your hands down wherever they are, but keep your back straight and breathe. We're not trying to bring our head to our knee unless you are able to do that. Feel, the soft tension in your back. If you've had any pain in the back, please make sure you are just before the pain starts and breathe here. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your lower back and feel that this part is getting completely stretched, warmly stretched and relaxed. Inhale, take your hands up, stretch your back to the front and then up. And exhale, take your arms down. We'll do the same thing with the other leg extended. So left leg extended. Make sure that your toes are flexed towards you. Inhale, take both your hands up to the ceiling and turn towards your leg before you bend forward. Exhale, bend forward. Remember to bend only as much as you can. There's absolutely no use of pushing yourself. And once you've achieved, just that stretch at the back, you're still comfortable, put your hands down and breathe. Close your eyes, breathe there. And feel that your breath is going in your back, your breath is going in the back of your leg and helping it stretch and relax. You should be able to smile and to breathe. Then we know that you're not straining. Inhale and take your hands up towards the ceiling. Stretch up. And exhale, hands down. Now stretch both your legs and make a wide angle, as wide as possible. Keep both your feet flexed. Inhale, take your hands up to the ceiling. Stretch up, stretch your back. Now turn towards your right leg. And exhale, bend forward. Again, a very gentle bend, especially if you have back pain. Don't make it too much. We are not trying to bring our, to try to grab our toes, not trying to show off too much. Just feel a gentle stretch at the back. Your back should be as straight as possible. Don't round it. Inhale, come up. Nice inhalation, come up to the ceiling. Then turn towards the other leg. And as you exhale, bend forward. And again, place your hands on both sides. Don't keep the hands up because it brings more strain to the lower back. Just breathe here. Remember, everything is in the breath. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Keep a gentle smile. Inhale, take your hands up. Come back towards the center, hands to the ceiling. And as you exhale, you're going to place your elbows in front of you. Now, if you cannot place the elbows, just place the hand, both the hands in front, and slowly walk your fingers away from yourself only until you feel that there's a little stretch that has happened. If there's any pain in the back, you should come up, come back, and bend only until you feel that your back is safe. Very good. Breathe here. Feel the stretch in both the legs. Inhale, come up. Both the hands up to the ceiling. Stretch towards the ceiling. Stretch, 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 stretch. And exhale, take your hands down. Now bring your legs together in front of you. Place your hands slightly at the back and relax in this posture. Just breathe. All these postures are very, very soft. Do not strain. Do not try to push yourself. Open your eyes. Bring your legs together. If you feel like putting a little pillow under your seat, so that your back is not rounded, please place a soft, a small pillow under your seat. Like this, okay? Just the tip of your hip bones should be there. Very good. You will see that it corrects already your posture and you will feel more comfortable. So don't hesitate to keep that pillow for all the time that you need. Try to keep your legs straight in front of you. Now inhale and take both your hands up towards the ceiling and stretch. If you feel there's already enough stretch happening here, you can very much stay here. If you feel comfortable, slowly as you exhale, bend forward from the hips. Try not to round the back. And if that's all you can do, Just be here. If this is the angle where you feel comfortable, then let your hands be placed on both sides of your legs on the mat and be here, because here the stretch is happening for you. Okay, we're not trying to catch the toes or put the chin on the knees. Of course, if you can do it. But if this is where you are, this is where it works for you, and it will work wonders. If you feel any pain, you should come up a little bit and breathe. Inhale, take both your hands up, back to stretching towards the ceiling. Stretch, 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 and exhale, both hands down. So we've done quite a lot of forward bend. We will do the counter pose. It's called Asana, but also we're doing a variation at tabletop. So bring your hands slightly behind your feet. You can measure 1 elbow distance from your seat. And you can place your fingers either forward or backwards as you feel more comfortable. That really depends on your anatomy right now. So if you feel more comfortable with the fingers out, it's perfectly fine. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the mat. They are slightly separate the distance of your hips. And with an inhalation, lift your hips up towards the ceiling so that you achieve the table posture. Keep your chin towards the chest so that you do not hurt your cervical. So you can look forward or to the ceiling, but forward is also very good. Stay here and breathe as much as you can. It's very good for the back. It's also very good for the shoulders, especially when we're seated for a long time and slouching. And as you exhale, take your hips down. This is a counter pose for all the forward bend that we have done. And slowly lie down on your back. So now when we have a back pain, the problem is mostly because our abdominal wall is not strong enough. So to intensify, to strengthen this abdominal wall, we're going to do a little bit of legs up, but only alternative. And if you have a back pain, please slide your hands under your hips. That will protect your back. Also, if you have a back pain, you will start with your legs flexed. So she will demonstrate. So fold the legs, both your legs. And from here, you're going to extend your right leg up. Extend up. And that's enough. And then exhale, take it down. Take your foot down. Inhale, left leg up. And exhale down. So here you're protecting your back. If you have a back pain, continue like this, right leg up. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale down. For those who have no problem with the back, please do it with extended legs. So extend your legs on the mat. And we'll do alternative leg. Inhale, take your right leg up. And exhale down. And you can take it only, till the level while you feel comfortable. So she is very flexible. So she can take it to 90 degrees. Slowly down so that we work on the abdominal muscles. Inhale, left leg up. And exhale down. Now bend both your knees and bring your feet closer to the pelvis. Your hands are flat on the mat. We're going to do the bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Keep your palms towards the mat. Make sure that your feet are slightly apart so that you're very stable. As you inhale, Take your hips towards the ceiling. Your chest comes towards the chin. Take it as high as you can. This is also excellent to strengthen muscles of the back and also your legs. Very, very good for the back, for back pain. It's also a mini inversion, which allows, all the benefits, circulatory, respiratory, stimulating all the endocrine system and relaxing. Exhale, slowly take your hips down and keep your knees bent like this. Now slide your arms towards shoulder level, like in a cross position. Your palms are still towards the ground. Keep your knees bent. Inhale here. And as you exhale, lower your legs towards the right side. And you're looking on the opposite direction. Look at your left hand. A twist to de-stress all the back and all the organs. It's excellent for the contraction. It's a very good position. You can close your eyes here and relax. Inhale, come back to the original position, knees towards the ceiling, look up. Exhale, lower your legs on the other side and look on the opposite direction. Your knees are facing one side, your head is on the other side. Make sure both your shoulders are still on the mat so that the twist is as complete as possible. It's an easy variation of Jatara Parivartanasana with a twist that stimulates and relaxes the spine, the abdominal organs. Inhale, come back to the center. And slowly extend your legs for the final relaxation. Legs apart, feet apart. Take your hands down and turn your palms towards the ceiling. Arrange yourself so that you feel comfortable. Maybe you need to move your hair or maybe pull your t-shirts, Just take a few seconds to make yourself comfortable so that your body can completely relax comfortably on the mat for the next 5 minutes. Close your eyes. And let's start by putting our attention on the feet, wiggling your toes and feeling the energy of Mother Earth entering your feet and ankles, relaxing them. Feel the energy moving up the ankles, the calf muscles, and the knees. The energy moves up the thigh muscles. Both your legs are completely relaxed. Now, deeply relax your hips, your lower back, and your lower abdomen. Relax your back, the entire spine, lower back, middle back, upper back, and neck. Feel the energy entering your abdomen. Relax your abdomen. The energy moves up your chest. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulders. Feel them simply melting away. Relax your arms, elbows, forearms, hands and fingers. Now bring your attention to your neck and relax each muscle of your neck. Relax the muscles of your face, the jaw, lips, chin, the cheeks, eyelids, the forehead, temples, back of the ears, the top of the head, till the back of your head. And now feel how from the top of the head till the toes, your body is completely relaxed. Slowly wiggle your toes, move your fingers. Bring your legs together and stretch your arms above your head. With a deep inhalation, stretch, 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 stretch on the mat. Bend the right knee and turn towards the left side. Stay here for a few breaths with your eyes closed. Keeping your eyes closed and with minimum movement, push with your hands on the mat and come to a seated cross-legged position. Keeping your attention inwards. Place your hands on your lap and take your attention towards the heart. Your body is completely relaxed. Your attention on the heart with the thought that there is a source of light in your heart attracting you inwards. Allow yourself to relax there. Let go completely. If there are thoughts, don't entertain them. Just come back to the heart and tell yourself, You will be meditating for a few minutes until you hear that's all. That's all. Keep your eyes closed and feel the effect of this short practice on your actual state of mind, on your body. And allow the feeling that you have at the end of this practice to be perceived by you. Try to place a few words on how you feel right now. Make a mental note of this condition that you are experiencing at the end of the practice. Bring your hands together, Namaskar Mudra in front of the heart. Take a deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale, bring your chin to the chest. And slowly, you can open your eyes. Welcome back to this session. Thank you, Suchi, for the demonstration. I hope you are feeling fine. So this feeling that we have at the end of the session is called the condition. There are two things that we can note, in a journal at the end of practice, a yoga practice, including meditation, is how we have felt during the practice and how we feel at the end. They are two different things. Maybe we could have felt a little strain or a little difficulty, a little frustration, either in asanas or in meditation. But at the end, what is the result? And this state that we call the condition is the most important part of a yoga practice. This state is what you're going to try to keep and cultivate throughout your day. The more you practice, the more you will be able to make this condition stronger and stay with you. And then it becomes a prevention from any stress, keeping poise, keeping balance through any situation in life. So meditation not only helps to remove, and a yoga practice not only helps to remove the stress, but it helps you to prepare yourself to avoid taking the stress on you. So we're going to listen to Dr. Shrikumaji from Vayu University, USA, so that we're going to look a little bit more at the science behind yoga. Dr. Shrikumar, I think you have prepared some slides. So maybe if we could share your slides. Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Namaste. I bring to you greetings from Kanyakumari. After the blissful meditation session, I cannot reminisce about the atmosphere where I am. Kanyakumari is the southern tip of India. It is a unique place, the confluence of three oceans. And this is the place where Swami Vivekananda, as some of you would know, he was the first Indian monk who spread the message of yoga and Vedanta to the West. He swam deep in the ocean and meditated on the rock before he had the clarion call. So there is a lot of purity and peacefulness in this atmosphere. I begin with a prayer that let this purity and holiness enhance each one of your health, happiness, peace, and greater well-being. Let me share the presentation for today. past couple of weeks, we have been seeing through what last week
Your
we
connection
spoke
is
about
too poor. I think we're going to show the slides and maybe we can just have your comments because we just got your slides, but very delayed. So let us have your comments today. So if you could stop sharing and then we will share from our side. Dr. Srikumar, could you stop sharing and then we can share the slides for you? Please stop sharing. Okay, good. You can go ahead.
Today we will look at the yogic concept of health and disease. Next slide. We begin with an understanding of what is the total health. World Health Organization says that it is not merely the absence of disease. Health, in its complete sense, it is working at the physical, mental, and social well-being levels, and not merely the absence of disease. Next. If you look at the humankind, how the past trend has been, we have been having trouble with diseases like plague and cholera. But today, what is the present challenge? Next. The outcome of this has been invention of vaccines, higher antibiotics, antiseptics because of the past trend. But next. The present trend, when you see it, it is very disturbing and alarming to see that it is the lifestyle disorders or what you call as the non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, asthma, cancer, many of that. It today accounts, as we stand today in 2022, it accounts for more than 73% of global deaths. It's a very alarming figure and it's a global challenge. Next. What we have seen in the last few weeks is the signs of stress in terms of what happens to us in stress and also how that happens. We spoke about the stimulating and the relaxing components. But here in the ancient yoga text, Yoga Vasishta, we go deeper with the question, why? What is the root cause of all these diseases? Be it the immune system, digestive system, cardiovascular system, respiratory system. What is really the root cause of all the diseases? Next. For that, we understand the term vyadhi, which is what is disease according to yoga. And the text says that diseases are of two kinds, due to mind and not related to mind. Next. This in Sanskrit terms is called Adhija Vyadhi and Anadhija Vyadhi. What does it mean? It simply means diseases that are born out of the mind. The mind is playing a predominant role, and if the disease is born out of mind, it's called Adhija Vyadhi. And Anadhija Vyadhi is simply the opposite, which are the diseases which are not born out of the mind. Next. Anadhija Vyadhi, examples like infections, toxins, trauma, and definitely we need to have remedy from outside, maybe including surgical interventions. Next. Adhija Vyadhi is where we are going to spend a little bit time, deliberating and understanding that. It is due to internal imbalances created in our system. We have seen stress is really the imbalance, and the solution is to regain that balance. So that is exactly what the yoga says. The internal imbalances need to be addressed. Next. This imbalance is classified at two levels as either essential or ordinary. Ordinary means psychosomatic modern day ailments. Next. Some of the examples include congenital diseases, genetic or hereditary diseases, maybe Down syndrome, facial asymmetry, and all of that, where it is essential. Next. But this is where we can really make a big impact, which is the ordinary, or what we call as the psychosomatic lifestyle disorders. These four aspects, if we take care, can really bring about a balanced perspective. Definitely the diet and cultivating good habits, cultivating greater emotional stability, and even good physical activity. This can really, as all of us know, can really help with respect to better and better lifestyle. Next. So when you understand modern science, it is now information is available really at a microcellular level. It is talking about neurotransmitters, the processes, the interactions with hormones and other systems. But what is really missing? Next. Next. Missing part really is, how do we handle the mind? Are there any techniques to address this? This is where rishis, or whom we can call as the scientists from the earlier era, they inquired deep into this through meditation and called it as internal science. All the knowledge that we gain is through the five senses, but meditation is where probably it's a revelation. And even some of the scientific discoveries, some of the great scientists say that it was really an inspiration or a revelation which they really worked on and then discovered. So what really happens in the mind? That is the area of interest. We go through these emotions, we are agitated. All of us can relate to this in our day-to-day life. We get angry, we feel jealous, or when our ego is hurt. What really happens in the mind? Next. So we go through this myriad of emotions, and it's like a roller coaster ride. So this is really an insight from one of the scriptures called Bhagavad Gita, which talks about how the thinking and thinking in the wrong direction, how it can lead to total destruction. It is like a beautiful pathway tracing it. So when you think about objects, for example, say you like ice cream. So you really desire for that ice cream, and then the desire becomes intense. You really want that ice cream, becomes infatuation or an intense desire. And what happens when that desire is denied? When you don't get the ice cream, you feel anger. So after anger, what really happens? It really creates delusion, or the awareness gets disturbed. And then it can cause loss of memory. And the biggest thing is you lose your discrimination, the sense of what is right, wrong, what is the best course of action. The whole thing gets disturbed, and it leads to total destruction. Next. So it is not just anger, but it talks about 6 enemies: kama, krodha, mada, moha, lobha, malsarya, which is like lust, anger, greed, attachment, ego, jealousy. All this myriad of emotions that we experience, so-called negative emotions, it really creates agitations in the mind. So this agitation is really an excessive speed of the mind. Is that really the problem? Next. origin of disease, according to the Yoga Sutra, is exactly this. It is due to this excessive speed of the mind, uncontrolled over a long term, is what is really creating all the diseases. And coupled with this is our nature of the fast life. Next. Where we are living in a very, very competitive world, flooded with distractions. I need not explain this to you in the era of social media where we are living. As I speak, many of you may be toying with your iPhone or whatnot, right? And added to this, sometimes our own nature of very high ambitious, being perfection oriented, impatient, restlessness, aggressiveness, some of that, it really adds to the dynamics. Next. So essentially, what we spoke about, the psychosomatic ailments, is happening because of this demanding situation. There are large number of demanding situations, external or internal, on a continuous basis. It is really flooding us, and that is affecting all the various systems, autonomous system, voluntary system, immune system, all of that. And the stress is nothing but this excessive speed of mind. Next. So this talks about how the excessive speed of mind leads to the disease. You can visualize it at 3 levels. It is the manomaya kosha, where the excessive speed of the mind leading to a pranic imbalance and further leading to disease of the body. Next. So this is called adhi, or agitation of the mind, creating disturbance in prana, leading to vyadhi or disease. This is the concept of adhija vyadhi, that it is really the agitation of the mind which is leading to the disease. Next. So the solution is to regain the balance. Next. How do we do that? By reducing the speed, by being restful, by being calm. We got a glimpse of that experiences just from the previous meditation. Next. How? And that is where yoga works at slowing down this excessive speed at multiple levels. We spoke about Panchakosha, and it really works at all the 5 levels. Next. At the physical level, you have the diet, cleansing techniques, you have the physical postures or asanas. At the prana level, you have the various pranayama techniques. The mind level, you have the meditation, you have other techniques like emotion culture, devotional seeking, multitude of techniques. Meditation is very, very significant in this, that can help you directly. At the intellect level, it is really the power of discrimination. It is when we adjust our notions and worldviews, the whole paradigm and the whole experience changes. And when we are able to carry out all our actions in a detached manner, in a witness-like state, or in a mindful state, that is when we really experience the bliss. We are engaged, but without getting affected. Next. We need to establish ourselves in this state and learn to stay in this state of calmness. That is where Dollyji mentioned about that condition. How do you really stay in that state even after the meditation? Next. So it brings about a deep rest at the cellular level where the healing really happens. Today, modern science is also talking about this field called epigenetics, where you say how your behavior, how your thought process, and how your environment can really affect your gene expression. So personally, I'm aware of a case who was diagnosed with advanced cancer and given only 2 years to live. This gentleman whom I spoke to, he was completely novice to yoga and he didn't really see, but he came with an open mind to experiment, and it really worked wonders for him. Today, even after 7 years, touch wood, he is doing in great health and he is a yoga teacher. And when I spoke to him, he said one thing that really got removed from him is the fear. He is no longer afraid to die. He said, I am ready to face any moment as it comes, but I just want to enjoy the fullest as long as I am there. And the fear was absolutely gone. And the more and more he immersed himself into the practices with a lot of positivity, hope, and enthusiasm, you will never make out what he is. He is so jubilant. So that is the magic which so many ordinary people can do extraordinary things just by the power of mind. Next. And this is also proven in a very scientifically validated experiment, which any of you are curious, you can see this Ornish program for reversing heart disease. Even chronic heart diseases, it says just the 4 elements: what you eat, how much activity you have, how you respond to stress. That's the point that we have been harping again and again. How much love and support you have. All of this in a very positive way, it can actually reverse even chronic heart disease. This has been scientifically validated and shown today. So next. I would just like to summarize saying that what we looked upon, really the non-communicable diseases is a global challenge, and the root cause of all these diseases, it is in the mind. Yoga Vasishta is the text that deals with it. The concept is Adija Vyadi, mind-borne diseases, so-called psychosomatic ailments today. We looked at the model where excessive thinking, the entire pathway on how it leads to destruction. Stress, according to yoga, is nothing but excessive speed of mind, uncontrolled over a long term. This agitation is what is creating disturbances at the prana and then affecting the body, where it manifests as a disease. And the solution is to regain that calmness through the integrated approach, working at all the panchakoshas, the 5 levels. And even science today is talking about how the gene expression can be changed by how we think, how we behave, the environment we choose to be in together. So if mind is causing the disease, I would like to end with a very positive note saying the power of mind is also in terms of disease reversal. That if you are thinking positive, acting positive, it can even reverse chronic diseases. With that power of mind, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Srikumar, for this, peep into how yoga is looking into disease. And you can see that the problem of the mind and the stress and the disease issued from the mind is not new. Yoga being in science that is more than 5,000 years old, so you can see that right now the mode of our lifestyle just puts this in the forefront of the problems that we have. And yoga, which is an ancient science, is definitely more and more needed nowadays. So I hope you have a good practice. Next week, next Sunday, we will look at pranayama, the breathing, and especially how it helps in balancing, in reducing the speed of the mind, how it is strongly connected to our mind state. We will practice together. You practice during this week and try to feel the effect of practicing already this alternate nostril breathing with the ratio 1:2. See if it has, an impact for you. Just try to practice with your eyes closed. Make a note of how you feel. And remember to try to increase your period of meditation right after your asana practice is over. I will just take 1 more minute. We're slightly over the time today to answer a question about warming up before we do asanas. So if you have, a back pain, or if you have problems in the articulations, there are definitely, warm up. We call them sukshma vyayama. This means soft, subtle practices for articulation that you may want to do before you start the flow. We have given you only 30 minutes of asanas, but if you practice these asanas only till your limits, with breathing, with a smile on your face, and making sure you never go into any pain, then those practices are also very soft. So you can absolutely choose. And thank you for sending your questions. We'll try to answer them. And I hope you will find that this practice this week will be easier for you. No straining, no pushing, just breathe well in those postures. And we will meet again next Sunday to talk about breathing and its role in handling mental balance and handling the stress that we just talked about. Thank you all. Wishing you a very good Sunday, very good evening for those who are joining a little late, and wishing you a very good week of practice. Namaste. See you next Sunday.